To get to, but we begin tonight with education. It's news the Richland One community has been talking about for days now. An investigation centered around the new Vince Ford Early Learning Center. Our Peyton Lewis has the details on what the state education, or why that is, the state education superintendent called for a probe.
There's definitely a history of mismanagement and lack of taking responsibility. And I believe in ultimate responsibility. And we all make mistakes, but this is for our children.
Late in the afternoon Monday, the Department of Education confirmed State Superintendent Ellen Weaver has now pulled in the Inspector General to investigate Richland One's latest project, the Vince Ford Early Learning Center. Weaver's call came after State Representative Heather Bauer shared her concerns about the project. In a letter to the state superintendent's office, Bauer questioned the permission the school district had to construct the building and what type of funding is being used to construct the Early Learning Center. Neighbors to the project, like Cheryl McLaughlin, say she shares Bauer's same concerns.
We met with the superintendent along with the chairman of the board, and they went over the plans and gave us what their thoughts were. We were all allowed to ask one question, and it came down to that it was going to be for 6-week-olds up to 5-year-olds. We asked, isn't that more of a daycare? And that went on for about 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden they said, meeting's over, we're moving forward with the construction.
Prior to Bauer's concern, Superintendent Ellen Weaver sent a letter to Richland One Superintendent Dr. Craig Witherspoon, highlighting the fact that the building plans did not meet criteria to be a public school building or for approval from the state superintendent's office. Weaver sent us this statement about the call for the investigation, saying, quote, "Clarity must be brought to both the financial and construction questions raised. Given the department's role in issuance of school building permits, the state inspector general, as an impartial third party, will be best positioned to help us quickly bring sunshine and transparency to these issues."
My year and 2 weeks as a representative, this has been the top thing I've heard about the most. And I think it's the most important. It's about our children's education. It matters a whole lot.
Richland One did respond to our request for a comment, saying, quote, "We continue to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars, as evidenced by 35 consecutive years of national and international awards for excellence in governmental accounting and financial reporting."
I think we'd like a full investigation and have a fair hearing and see why this was done and go from there. Of course, if it was done inappropriately, people should not be in those positions representing us.
I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I said that last fall, and here we are today.
Reporting in Columbia, Peyton Lewis, News 19 WLTX.
And tonight we're being told there's no timeline for the investigation, but we've learned the Early Learning Center will be up for discussion tomorrow night at the Richland One School Board meeting.